Hey, all you people out there, this is mainly for the Cinema Squad reviews, but I'm probably going to put this on my other channel too. I'm a little bit late, but I'm just going to talk about my 5 favorite movies of the year. So let's just jump right into it. At number 5 is The Hangover. And this was the funniest movie I've seen all year, and I seriously doubt I'm going to see a movie funnier for a long, long time. And, you know, you got Bradley Cooper, Ed Helms, and Zach Galifianakis. Zach Galifianakis. Anyway, yeah, and it's just an all-star cast of comedians that just come together and make just about the funniest thing you'll ever see in your life. So that's my number 5 film. My number 4 film, Sherlock Holmes. The revamp of the old detective style English wit Sherlock Holmes has been revamped. Now he's like a, total BA super action star. It's kind of like the James Bond of the 19th century. At least that's every time I pictured him. I either saw, like a James Bond type figure, or Robert Downey Jr. just reminds me of Iron Man. But for anyway, I liked it, and it's kind of like, this is a very bad comparison here, but it's kind of like Wild Wild West. You remember that old movie? It's like Wild Wild West, but in England and better. I don't know why I made that connection when I saw it, but that's what I thought. Wild Wild West kind of sucked. This is like that in England, but better. Because it's got kind of that technology aspect and the whole, Industrial Revolution kind of creaking in there. And that's what made me kind of get the connection with that one. All right, number 3 is Star Trek. I'm sure this is probably going to be a lot of people's top list, top 5, top 10, whatever. And I just like what they did with it. They took the original Star Trek plot, respected it, and revamped it all at the same time. So, I mean, now he can do... J.J. Abrams is a flippin' genius. I mean, you can see that with Lost. You can see that with a lot of the stuff he's did. He took the plot for Star Trek and just said, okay, let's create a whole separate universe where I can do whatever I want, and the fans will still be happy. And that's what he did. And that's why the movie's so great. Chris Pine as Captain Kirk, he looks just like William Shatner, about 30 years younger. So that's pretty cool. And then Zachary Quinto as Spock looks, just like Leonard Nimoy. I sure hope I pronounced his name right. And it's just great. I don't know how they picked out these characters. You've never heard of them, but now they're everywhere. And that's just how it works out with these Hollywood blockbusters. Alright, number 2, District 9. Now, with a movie with a budget of about $30 million, I think, I've seen some of the best effects I've ever seen in a sci-fi movie or a movie in general. For $30 million, I don't know how they did this. And it's completely digital. And you look at a movie like Avatar, and it's the most expensive movie ever made. And I do think the effects in District 9 rival Avatar. I mean, obviously there's more to Avatar than District 9. But still, there's some stuff in District 9 that I'm like, no way they did this for $30 million. I don't know. In fact, I'm even wondering if Neil Blomkamp didn't, hold a 3D artist hostage and just basically said, render this. Is this done yet? Is this done yet? Just had a gun to his head the whole time. Because I don't know how he did that for $30 million, but it's pretty awesome. And there's a lot of unknown actors in that movie, too. I can't even name them off the top of my head, so don't even try and ask me, but I did like the guy who did it. Just an awesome storyline. I like how they based it in South Africa. Just completely out of the realms of what most of us think, so you can't try to judge this and be like, okay, well, this is how it would go on here, because it's all in South Africa. You can't look at it and go, well, this would be completely different if I was in charge. So, I don't know. It's a really interesting idea, and I hope they make a sequel for that one. Alright, my number one movie. Now, I've heard so much hype about this, everywhere, and it's been out for a while, and I finally just decided to watch it. And it's Moon. It's my number one movie. After seeing it, I was considering putting it somewhere on the list. I didn't think one. I was thinking maybe like 4 or 5 until I watched it. When I watched it, it changed the whole perspective of everything. That movie was just amazing. And when the end, when the plot settles down and it hits you, it's just like, oh, I understand this, and it just clicks together, and it all makes sense. And Sam Rockwell's character, Sam Bell, I don't really understand why they give him the same exact name, but Sam, okay. And then the clone played by Robin Chalk, who basically looks like Sam Rockwell, except a little younger. It just made all, and even though they're supposed to be playing the same character, they have completely different personalities and what they're trying to do. And I just thought, Duncan Jones, who directed the movie, really knew what he was doing when he pieced this together. And that's why I'm putting it on the number one spot. Now, you might be asking yourself, why isn't Avatar on here and some of the other big blockbuster movies that have come out this year? Well, first of all, sci-fi movies take up 3 out of the 5 spots on this list. So I was thinking, I don't want this whole list to be dominated by a bunch of sci-fi movies. 2009 was the year of the sci-fi movie. But, so I thought, okay, to limit this list down, I'm going to only pick 3 sci-fi movies. I picked the 3 sci-fi movies that entertained me the most. Avatar wasn't on that list, and it was a good movie. I stepped out of the movie and I went, this is a very good movie, but if I had to make a choice again, I'd rather see Star Trek, or I'd rather see District 9 again, or even Moon now. But, yeah, still a very good movie. It's probably should deserve a spot on the list, but I didn't want to just overpopulate this list with, all sci-fi movies, because then you guys would just be, oh, well, you're a sci-fi fan, you should put other stuff on there. So I tried to, kind of keep it real, but sci-fi movies dominated 2009, I mean, what can I say? But, yeah, thanks for watching this. I'm Colby. Subscribe to Cinema Squad, subscribe to CCE Productions, all that stuff. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you next time.